What is up, guys, and welcome to the 46th episode of the Ipswich Town Road to Glory Criminal. And as normal, we've got the 4 matches today, 3 Premier League and then 1 in the Carabao Cup against Birmingham City, and that appears it's going to be a complete formality for us going through. I mean, with the team we've got and the squad we've amalgamated over the 4 seasons has been absolutely phenomenal, and it's been quite realistic to me, I think. Anyway, I feel like I've done a good job. But today we've got Everton first off, playing a slightly rotated side, as Everton have been struggling for form. Every time I've looked at the league table, they've been pretty much near the bottom of the league. So, I've decided to rotate it a little bit, just to fancy our chances and give a few of our players that don't actually play too much. When I say play too much, we've got a squad of 24, 23 now. So we've got our starting 11, then we've got our next default 11. So we've got two squads of 11 that we can actually play, and then some substitutes on the bench as well. So ideally we'd like a squad of 25, then we'd have like at least 3 substitutes that would be fit and ready every single time. But Bowden comes in, finishes it off really nicely into the top left hand corner, beating the Evertonian keeper, as Norrington Davis makes a superb tackle, stopping the Evertonian defence come down the right hand side of the pitch. Now Dolberg lays it off into Bowden with really nice over the top through ball. Bowden cuts back, puts it into the right hand side, finesses it into the bottom right hand corner really nicely, and that's all come from Norrington Davis. His tackle, stopping the Evertonian attack, and he's done a really good job ever since he's come in. Can't really fault that player at all. He's just one of the, he's a very underdog player, being rotational and not really being a first team player at all. He's just sort of there every time. Giles sort of isn't 100% fit, but unfortunately on the defensive side, Dwight McNeil comes through and gets a consolation goal for Everton, unfortunately. But fortunately enough for us, that will be what it will be. 2-1, just a consolation goal for Everton. Nothing really much to shout out about there, other than the 3 goals. Obviously the 62nd minute onwards, not really much actually happened at all. Now we're just going to be going into another formality match as Harris gets a starting lineup call over Kasper Dolberg. I think Dolberg was a little bit tired. Now Harris, trying to give him his games back and trying to get him back up to his 74 overall. And if he didn't get that injury, he probably would have been around 75, as Bowden has a really nice shot from 20 metres out, and the keeper forced into making a good save. Now I think that was Kelly making a really good block tackle, as Wolfden then plays it out into the strikers. And now Bowden gets in for his for his first, yes he can, and he's done an absolute cheeky shot there. He faked it with his left, shot with his right and faked with his left, as we can see right here. He just goes for a toe poke and just swings his left foot. Keeper absolutely wrong-footed, and as you can see there, familiar face for Chelsea. Levi Colwill comes in from their centre-back position as Sterling has a shot and skies it, as Keller forced to make himself big. Now we find ourselves on another attack with Harris taking on the whole Chelsea defence. I don't know what he's doing. Nice close control. Is he going to square it off? No, he's going to chip it, hit the post, but he's going to follow it up with a nice little header, and he does get the goal that he's been chasing this whole game. And he's ever since come back from injury, I haven't wanted to play him. And starting him against Chelsea, I was a little bit worried, but he's done a good job this match. And here we have the Champions League draw. We've got Paris Saint-Germain. That's just going to be a real tough one. Unfortunately, we didn't get the draw we wanted. Obviously, finishing second has meant we got the tougher route. Though finishing top, we probably would have got Borussia Dortmund, as Roma are playing them. So I took that as solace, as we probably would have played them if we would have finished top. But unfortunately Roma were the better team, and if we do come across them in the later stages, then we may actually get knocked out, because I don't think I'll be able to find my way around it. And a really scrappy goal against Brentford here from Kasper Dolberg. Brentford unable to clear the ball completely as Kasper Dolberg manages to finish it off nicely 10 minutes into the match. And yeah, I keep just thinking PSG. That's going to be a real tough one. I mean, we have drawn against Real Madrid twice, and once against Roma, and we only lost against Roma once. But we'll just have to wait and see how it goes when we come around to play it. I think it might be a couple episodes time. Not the one after this, not the one after that one either. It might be the 49th episode that we end up playing PSG in. It'll either be the 48th or 49th. I can't exactly remember. I haven't looked at the calendar recently, but Kasper Dolberg gets his brace against Brentford, and what can he do? Kasper Dolberg chasing the golden boot, the same as Bowden. Obviously Bowden has picked himself up a little bit in recent games as Dolberg played in to make another hat-trick. No, he doesn't. His shot gets blocked from the Brentford player, and the Brentford keeper makes a formality save. Now Christensen plays it into Maitland-Niles. Maitland-Niles into Dolberg. Dolberg has a shot straight down at the keeper's throat, but the keeper only manages to parry it. And now Dewsbury Hall on the left hand side from a nice cleared corner plays it in. Bowden, what? I'm sorry, what's he done there? And Dewsbury Hall plays a nice crossed ball, very low down, and defence not really awares at all, but then Bowden just lifts it over the keeper and makes it 2-0. It's just been a really cheeky goal as Ramsey gets played in, carries the ball forward. Brentford not really looking like they're going to come back from this at all or score any more goals that I can see at all, and it's probably just going to end 4-0. It's the 82nd minute, and we're probably just going to like to hang on to it. It's been a very, very good for our goal difference, and yeah, Manchester City's goal difference is a little bit worse than ours. I think they're like plus 20 and we're plus 18 or something. Not exactly sure, but obviously we'll see at the end of the episode to see where that's at. But last game to play will be against Birmingham City in the Carabao Cup. What can we do here? This should be pretty much a formality, but Birmingham City do find themselves on the attack, and the Uruguayan striker who we've scouted but never actually formed a total interest in him. Obviously, we are trying to keep it to the Scandinavian players, obviously players such like Norwegian, Finnish, Sweden, Danish, and then just general great British players, obviously the English, Scottish, Welsh, and a little bit of Northern Irish and Irish players here or there scattered all over the place. But yeah, there's a sort of team I'm trying to build up, and I think we've built up a really good team, a really good squad in our whole team. So I hope you agree as well, and I think the ratings, they've been quite good, and to be realistic for our second season in the Premier League, getting the Champions League football has helped us as well secure a few decent 80 rated players, obviously Ajer, Dolberg and Ramsey, as well as Dewsbury Hall and Keller. I think Keller has been there. Yeah, he came in the first season, I think, for his Premier League matches. I think he was like 77 or 76. No, he was 76 rated. It was the same as Danny Ward, and then he just grew and grew, and now he's 80 rated, which is really, really good for a keeper. Well, it's decent for a keeper in the Premier League, and for cup matches it's been really good, as Bowden gets played in and finishes it off really nicely, because Butcher, he's butchered his play. He's going off on loan to Bournemouth when the January transfer window opens. On a loan. I think it's just a 6-month loan, and then we'll probably see what we're going to do with him there on afterwards, as I think we'll probably look to move him on again just to a lower league team, or whoever wants to buy him really, because he's not really that great. I've played with him a few times. He's been in the Carabao Cup as Ramsey gets played in and just chips the keeper just to secure ourselves in the next round of the Carabao Cup. I think it's a semi-final of the Carabao Cup. Yeah, it'll be the semi-final in the next round, and in the next episode for us as we do progress. It'll be 3-1 Harris, Bowden and Ramsey with that 90-minute winner. And as you can see there, our goals against, absolutely amazing. We are 1 point behind Liverpool, 1 point ahead of Spurs and Manchester City. And in the next episode we'll have Newcastle United, Everton, Tottenham Hotspur and West Brom in the Carabao Cup semi-final. They beat Chelsea. My God, I'm sure we'll be able to beat them. Hope you've enjoyed, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.